As far as unnerving creatures go, I'd say wasps hold a steady place near the top for me, right between aggressive goats and large spiders. And while these menacing creatures hold a bad reputation in most people's minds, you'll probably have a softer opinion of these buzzy little guys after I tell you about their ancient relationship to the creation of paper, that most useful of commodities. Legend has it that paper was created in Han, China in the early 2nd century CE by a man named Kai Lun. Born into a peasant family, Kai rose from his humble station and joined the Han imperial bureaucracy at an early age. As his career progressed, Kai proved his merit time and time again, rising through the bureaucratic ranks of Han China, eventually finding himself in the prestigious position of overseeing the manufacture of ceremonial swords for the imperial Chinese court. And when not busy fashioning fancy weapons, Kai often took time out of his day to, among other things, contemplate his surroundings in and around the imperial palace. On one such contemplative occasion, Kai noticed a colony of wasps constructing a nest outside his quarters. As Kai observed the wasps at work, his focus gradually became drawn towards how they built their nest. He watched as the wasps flew around, picking up various bits and pieces of organic material. And after a successful scavenge, he noticed how the wasps would bring back their material to their incomplete nest and begin chewing their findings until the wasps had a durable and translucent substance in their mouth, which could then be placed on their growing nest and left to harden. As Kai continued to watch the wasps work, he noticed that a piece of the nest had fallen off. With curiosity leading the way, Kai picked up the fallen piece and took it back to his quarters. And with a partial wasp nest in hand, Kai took out a calligraphy brush and wrote a few Chinese characters on it. And to his satisfaction, the material the nest was made of retained the characters without smudging or loss of quality. As described by Simon Winchester in his book, Knowing What We Know, Kai would begin experimenting to create his own version of this wasp-made material. Quote, he, Kai Lun, tried old rags, fishing nets, hemp waste, bamboo slices, and, in an important breakthrough, shavings of bark from the palace's stands of mulberry trees. Kai then took these materials and, quote, boiled the mixtures up in various proportions and in a long succession of iron vats until it was the consistency of thick congee. Finally, he took his homemade pulp and, quote, spread the cooling gray mess from each vat onto a sieve and pressed and beat it dry with mallets and left it out in the sun, producing eventually sheets of a thin, flexible, and durable new substance, a material he found to be blessed with unanticipated qualities. In other words, Kai created what we nowadays call paper. Kai would announce his creation of paper to the Yuan Jing Emperor in 105 CE, with the official records of the time accounting that Kai, quote, received praise for his ability. From this time, paper has been in use everywhere and is universally called the paper of Lord Kai. So there you have it. Those buzzy little creatures hold a vital place in the evolution of how we transmit information. And while wasps will continue to unnerve me, especially if there are a couple of them flying around, I can still give a little thanks to their ancestors, as they've helped mankind in a way that few creatures ever will.